So, some exclusive news for you guys on Morgan Gibbs-White. And are these Man City stories all true? Let's give you all the details. Welcome to your Forest News. Good morning, good evening, or good night. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to your latest Forest News. Coming up, I'll give you some exclusive news on Morgan Gibbs-White. Where's his head at? Does he want to leave Forest? Does he want to stay? We'll also talk to you about a potential injury he's got. But before we do all of that, I think we need to take a moment. Firstly, make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you've subscribed. You know the drill. But Arsenal, Season 5. Remontada. Champions of Europe. They'll never sing that. The tears. The pain. The hope. But at least you go away this season with the We Beat Real Madrid trophy. So congratulations to Arsenal. Put that one in the trophy cabinet next to your other Europe. Oh, wait, you haven't got a Champions League. Hold that, Arsenal. Hold that. That was a lovely evening yesterday. Anyway, we're here for the Forest. We're here for the Forest. Oh, by the way, I'm on some streams today with some Arsenal fans, so make sure you're checking out Potts at 4 o'clock. I'll be on there. Hooks will answer for his crimes. I think I'm on with LB in the afternoon. There's just loads of Arsenal fans and receipts that need whipping back out, and questions need to be answered. Anyway, let's get on with the news. So, some exclusive news for you on this Morgan Gibbs-White story. There's been all this talk from you guys, and I guess rightly so, about has MGW's head been turned with all this Man City talk, this 75, 100 million move, whatever it is? Has the performance been affected because of it and what have you? Well, the answer is, from what I'm hearing, no. Morgan Gibbs-White is not really looking to leave Nottingham Forest, from what I'm being told. He is more than happy to stay. Now, that could be contingent on a Champions League position, but right now in his plans, he's quite happy at Forest. He likes the way the team is built around him, no doubt, and he likes how we love him. And the thing that's happening with this, the Man City stories, from, again, what I've been told, are true. And that Man City are very keen on Morgan Gibbs-White, especially if Wirtz ends up going to Bayern, as it looks like that seems to be the likely outcome. Morgan Gibbs-White is very, very high on their list. But this will be one of those things that the club will have to decide firstly, rather than Morgan Gibbs-White. It won't be forced by Morgan Gibbs-White. It will be discussed with him, is probably the best way to say it. If Man City come into Forest and say, right, we want to offer you 70 million, 75, whatever the price tag is. It won't be Morgan Gibbs-White who's knocking on Marinakis' door saying, you know what, I want to go. I want to go to Man City because I want to go and play in League One once, if 115 goes through. No, it will be up to the club to decide it. So I think a lot of people have been quite harsh on Morgan Gibbs-White in terms of his head has been turned and all this stuff. And on top of that, I'm being told that he's playing with an injury, that he's having injections and things. He's so determined to continue on with Forest. And I actually think that's probably what's causing his dip in form. Not that his head has been turned, but that he's actually fighting through an injury. Now, if this is true, then you do have to kind of wonder, why haven't they just rested him for a week or two? I don't know what the injury is, by the way, or anything like that. But obviously, it's not a serious injury. Otherwise, they wouldn't risk it. But would it have not made more sense to maybe just like let him recover for a week or two and then have him in the final few games 100% fit, 100% on it, etc. to do? Or was it because we had the semi-final against Man City in the FA Cup and the magnitude of that game, it was important to get him out on the pitch, etc. So that may be one thing. But really, I think we got to just take a step back on Morgan Gibbs-White, because, like, I'm hearing this from people that I trust, by the way, and I kind of have some respect for him, or a lot of respect, should I say, for what he's doing in terms of fighting through the pain for the sake and the cause of trying to get Forest Champions League football. And there has to be some respect put on his name. Now, does that mean that he should continue to play on if he is holding this knock, if he is getting these injections, etc.? Should he be fighting through that pain, or is there someone who can step in or change the formation? I think he could quite comfortably have given him a rest in one of those games, maybe the Brentford game or something, and switched up to a 4-3-3, because you could have gone like Anderson, say Sangare, Dominguez across the middle three, Alanga on the right, whoever on the left with Hudson-Odoi out, and then Chris Wood up front, for example. So you could play with the shape a little bit, and that would almost like negate the loss. I know, excuse me, when he's on form, he's a great player, but you're kind of carrying someone, especially if they've got an injury. And what I don't know, and I guess is probably up for speculation, is it his determination that's the case of, look, guys, I'm feeling like 80% fit. You know, this injection, I can get through 90 minutes and then let's patch me up again. Or is it the club that is saying, or the management or the medical staff that is saying, this injection is okay, we can give it to you, you should be able to kind of work through the pain, etc. So it's an interesting one to see. What would you guys have done? Would you have risked resting Morgan Gibbs-White? Obviously, with hindsight, it's a lot easier because obviously we went out to Man City, we lost to Brentford, didn't beat Palace, etc. But do you think that right decision was made, if indeed these are true, these reports are true? So get your thoughts in on all of that. In terms of other injuries, there are a couple. We'll be talking about them on Patreon on tomorrow's video, so make sure you check that out. But tonight we got some fun stuff for you guys. We're teaming up, myself and Ant, and we're taking on blue tinted glasses, those deluded Leicester fans. There's Locks and Manny. We'll be on here tonight at 7 p.m. Apparently, they're going to tell us how we've bottled the top 5, and we're going to tell them to say hi to Derby. There's going to be a lot of banter, and in the end, Forest are going to walk away with 3 points, and Leicester will be in the Championship. So make sure you tune in for that tonight. But get your thoughts in on what I've told you about Morgan Gibbs-White. Do you think Forest should have rested him, or do you think it's the right choice to kind of push through? Again, I'm sure it depends on what the injury is. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's anything serious, as I mentioned before, but let me know your thoughts. If you haven't already, please don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed if you're new here to FFTV. We will see you tonight at 7 p.m. It's going to be fun. There's going to be banter. And we walk away with 3 points. See you then. Come on, you Reds.